Game 2 of the best of 3 series, excuse me, live from Cochran, Georgia. Bleckley County Lady Royals. Your Lady Raiders are facing the number 1 seed in the Region 3 AA. A little pop flare there. What a great defensive play by Santana. Boy, we're in a tough spot over here. Me and Coach Woodall is staring right into the sun as we're on the first base line. The sun is to your left in the camera view. So you actually saw the catch. I couldn't because of the sunshine, but trying to introduce this game. We're getting on the air just 2 seconds too late. I'm pretty sure that was number 12, Craig, who led off. There's a sharply hit ball. Santana short hops her at she was in a difficult place there. Just tried to knock it down, done her best, but it got past her. It's going to be a double for Rickerson. I don't know, they may have, is that number 1? Yep. I'm hoping they have their same lineup. Runner at second here. Again, top of the first inning. Lady Raiders are the home team in second game. Best of 3 series in the first round of the GHSA State Softball Tournament. Game 1 was a thriller. A little over 3 hours, 10 innings. And we have a hit batsman here as 23 Vickers will get the walk. It's going to bring Glover. Glover hurt us the last game, 6 RBIs, 2 home runs. Runners at first and second now for her. Raiders lost 12-10 if you're just joining us. This ball is popped up left center. I couldn't see. Between the dust and the sunshine, and I've lost my camera. Stay with me. We're still broadcasting, just with no video. I'm going to have to do a little checking here to figure out what's going on. I'll call my cameraman. I'll be back in just a moment. All right, folks, if you're still with me, stay with me. I know we have a black screen. We've trying to fix the video problem. My wireless device has kicked a bucket on me for the evening, it looks like. We're looking at the camera angles will be a lot different, but we will have a picture here in just a few moments. Lady Raiders gave up 4 runs in the top of the first inning, and we got a runner at first trying to scratch back, just like we did in game 1. Looks like Riley Andrews is to the plate with 1 out. So bear with me. We'll be back in just a moment.
They're pulling now.
Test 1, 2. Okay, I think we're back. Maybe not exactly where we want to be being back, but sorry for the technical issues. This stuff happens once in a while, but glad we're able to get somewhat of a picture up. I appreciate Carson's versatility. There's going to be the first out of the inning. Runner advances to third after a big double by the batter. And I'm all discombobulated. It'll take me a minute to get this sorted out as far as who's batting where and what. But, okay. Game 2, top of the second inning. They've already batted around. This is, these C&I singles, that they're more aggravating than, hard hit balls. Everything's going right for the home team at this moment. Scores 5-0 with one out, top of the second. Still early. This is game 2, elimination game for the Lady Raiders. Hope on the mound. Faith on the mound, starting game 2 as she did game 1. Johnson at second. Hope Hobbs is behind the plate. Haley Hand at shortstop. And Emma K. Taylor at first base. Doodle Johnson in right field. Santana Green in center. And that should be, got the force out at second for the second out of the inning. And in left field is Riley Andrews. Tough loss in the first game, going 10 innings. If you're just joining us, if you hung in there with me while we were trying to get this picture up, we had to move the camera from the booth. I had an issue with my wireless device, a battery issue. So we had to move the camera down, a little bit different angle. Not quite as steady as we would like, but one run in, runner to third. Technically, that's a triple. I don't think anybody touched it. 6-0. This is number 2, Bowling, I believe. Not sure what she did her first at bat as we were trying to fix our issue, technical problem. Two balls, two strikes, two outs. Again, this game is not out of hand. It's early. They scored a few runs early. We scrapped it out. We're going to see what we made of. Again, a tough loss in game 1 naturally would get either team spirits down. but you got to bow you back and keep playing. It seems like it's a combination of things. I think we might have had an error or two that first inning, but they hit the ball hard, and that's what they were coached to do. And anyway, we got to combat that by shutting them down here and coming in and regrouping, and again, just scratch out a few runs here and there, hold them. I didn't get a final score on the game one of Vidalia, but it was 11-3. Was the last update in the middle of that game. Again, I would assume that they finished game one off and probably well into game two by now, as they were playing Jasper, I believe, this region's number 4 seed. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top 2. Finally got the sun to go down. They did not water the field or anything. It's a dust bowl. Maybe the dew from the evening air will help hold it down. Another C&I single. I tell you, that's just sometimes it snowballs. Another run scores. It's 7. I mean, that ball was just landed right where the third baseman nor the left fielder could get to, or excuse me, the shortstop. Looks like we'll get a courtesy runner. This is Keel. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Pop up. Should be the first baseman ball. Anna Kate Taylor squeezes it for that third out of the inning. We get out of it, trailing 7-0. Again, just gotta fight. That's all we can do is not quit. Keep it up. Got to score some runs. There is a run rule in effect after 5, 8 after 5, and they're close to that. I think it's 8 after 5, 10 after 6, 10 after 4, 12 after 3. If I got that right. 15 after 3, 12 after 4, 8 after 5. There we go. So not near the 3 or 4 inning run rule, but as we progress, we need to score some runs. We're going to take a quick break and be back in a moment. Bottom of the second inning. Heard a lot of oohs and ohs as she fouled one nearly into the dugout. I'm glad everybody's already hit something solid. I hope it was the concrete, not the not on somebody's body. Good defensive play, just a routine ground ball to second base. That was Haley Hand. And Kate Hollingsworth, designated player. Again, another freshman, as was the previous batter. Great experience for these young girls. Good problem for coach to have, some freshmen that can get in the lineup and produce. He knows that he'll have some experience going into next year. One ball, one strike. .21 again, different from number 20, I guess. I think maybe it was 2. 12. I don't even remember. First game. This girl brings a little heat, a little quicker. Ball looked to be a little outside. Ground ball to the pitcher, another routine. Everything we hit goes right to somebody. Again, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. And you just got to hang in there. Got to hang in there. Santana to the plate. Big cut by Santana. You know, just somebody get into one, a big solid base hit here would get the crowd back into it, get the dugout, and here's another little chopper. And that's going to be 3 routine plays there, infield outs for this Lady Royals team as we go to the top of the third inning, and it'll be the Royals back at bat. We're going to take a quick break and be back in a moment. Top of the third. Darcy's had a big game, 2 games for Darcy Dillard, I believe, is number 3 for the Royals. Again, there's the ball looks like a beach ball. Softball looks like a beach ball to these gals so far. Pretty sunset. Finally, we got the sunset. Nice play by the defense. She just great defensive alignment there as the right fielder was playing way in, anticipating some type of slap type, just not a lot of power there, basically. Pitcher comes to the plate, 21. She played right field all of game 1 except when she came in to finish things up late in the game. Again, Faith Thomas on the mound, senior pitcher. Coach, I'm going to have to ride home when the wind is down, too. The sun's not in my eyes anymore. I can't blame that. It's that light. It's that sunset I see over there that's so pretty. Carson, pan over there and let them see the sunset real quick. See how pretty that is? Look at that. Okay, let's get back to softball. So, Hope, I said Hope the very first part of the game, then I said, no, that's Faith. But that is Hope. Katie Johnson behind the plate catching. I'll clear that up because I just saw a while ago Faith is playing second base. I'm still discombobulated from our video issues we had earlier. Swing and a miss, a strikeout that's going to end the inning. We're going to head to the bottom of the third. Again, Lady Raiders are not out of it by no means. We've shown enough bats in the first game. We can score some runs. This gal, we just got to be patient at the plate and wait for something that we can handle. We'll take a quick break. Be back in just a moment. Bottom of the third. Doodle Johnson's going to lead us off. Had a big game offensively and defensively the first game. Game one. Made the play of the game, I feel like. Really allowed us to extend that game to extra innings. Ground out to first there. One out, bottom of the third. Back to the top of the lineup. Kamari Strozier. Hammers it down that, again, right to the third baseman. Rains it pours. Two outs quickly. Katie Johnson to the plate. Hits it to the second baseman. Over to first for the third out. 3 up, 3 down for the Lady Raiders. Again, we'll take another quick break and be back in just a moment. Ball one as we enter the top of the fourth inning. Again, if you're just joining us, this is not the ideal camera angle. That's not what we started with. Game one, we were behind the plate up in the press box. Nice bunt there. Just a tough play there. A lot of speed at number 12. She's had a whale of a series. puts a lot of pressure on the defense when you have someone that can put a ball down like that. I remember in baseball we went up to Coach Woodall. We were talking about some stuff earlier, and he mentioned when we went up to Raven County, that's been 6 or 7 years ago. And, man, they small balled us to death and just puts tremendous amount of pressure on your defense. This ball's hammered in the left center, Great defensive play, and she's going to chunk it all the way back to first. Big arm by Santana. Taking out a little frustration with that arm, and that's okay. That'll be the first out. Runner at first. But if you can execute that type of stuff, and you got some kids that can run and you can steal, it puts a lot of pressure on your defense. And there she goes. Good throw, just a big head start. You talking about a good athlete, number 12. Katie will likely be our starting catcher next year. Her senior year, and we're just discussing that. She may, unless somebody comes out that hasn't played recently, she'll be the only senior on the roster, in the current roster, as they move up. Have a handful of juniors, multiple sophomores, and several real good freshmen that'll be 8th graders that are coming up that will help us immediately. And that's a good group all the way through 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. There's a bunch of good athletes, good softball players. Big swing and a miss there by 2-3. She's trying to get that 3rd home run of the evening. Oh, excuse me, her 1st home run of the evening. There's a little bit of, I think, some of the scouting reports that they had gotten early on from some other coaches, our coaching staff, is that 23 was the big hitter of the team. So we walked her a few times. Number 8 right here is the one that's really hurt us. And she takes more big cuts. Why not? There's Brother Bentley Carter with us tonight. Here seeing some kin. I'm sure he's here for Miss Anna Kate Hollingsworth. Good crowd. I didn't mention that earlier. I did peek around the corner earlier, and then between the games, as always, good following for our softball program. And why not? This ball's popped up. First baseman squeezes it for that 3rd out. 4 up, 3 down for the Royals. Man, I don't know. There's not too many programs around the state who's had a better run than the Lady Raiders over the last decade. Really, probably 12 or probably 15 years you could go back with region titles, region wins, advancements into the state playoffs, trips to Columbus in the Elite Eight. It will. It's just a lot of success that we fed off a couple different coaches. Coach Tyre did a great job, and then Coach Poff come in and took over, and sort of pretty much right where they left off, and continued that playoff run. And now Coach Gay is here, guiding these girls or young ladies to more success. Again, our time might end. The season may end tonight in this first round, but still a successful season with a young team. I said earlier, a good problem, a lot of experience they're gaining, during this season. Going to the bottom of the 4th, 7-0. We need to score some runs. We're close to that run rule, the 8-run, 5-inning. We need to score a couple runs to keep the game alive. Of course, if we hold them to 7, we can play the full 7 innings, but we definitely want to see if we can't. Again, the game isn't over. I hope the girls and the coaching staff, I know they're trying to talk them up. It's tough. These are teenagers, you lose a tough one, then you get down real quick, and everything seems like doesn't go your way. That's a good life lesson, Coach. When things don't go your way, you got to keep plugging along. You still may not be successful, but you got to keep going, man. And that's all you can ask of these kids. That's what we're trying to teach them in the classroom, Bacon County High School, as well on the ball fields. Keep your head up and get after it. Riley, Riley Andrews to the plate for her second at bat. She put a charge in one here. I think it get the crowd back into it. But the way this young lady's pitching, you got to give her credit. Everything is really low, and it's hard to get some lift on the ball. We're chopping it to the third baseman or the shortstop just about every time. Hope Hobbs. Ball's hit sharply down that left field line out of play. Big Red varsity football team will travel over to Lyons, Georgia, Toombs County Bulldogs. I'm excited. I like that's a great venue. If you can make it over there Friday into the pit is what they call it, and they've got some. I think they had it last year, but this will be the first time we played on it. Turf. They got some AstroTurf over there, or whatever they call it these days. But say it's really nice. They got a really good hamburger over there too, and homemade padded out burger. So if you can make the trip over the lines and root on your Red Raiders, and actually our band will be performing for the first time on field, I believe, Friday night. So come out and support your Red Raiders. Tough loss against a big region rival last Friday night, but Coach will have them prepared and ready to go. We'll see what we can do against the Bulldogs this Friday night, 7:30 kickoff, Lyons, Georgia, at the pit. Good eye. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. All it takes is a one runner to get on and somebody to drive them in. Again, we just need a couple runs. Put a little mustard on that one. Did the pitcher. Ball is dribbled back to the pitcher. Again, that's just good pitch. Faith Thomas to the plate. Started the game, struggled a bit early. Went to second base, and then Hope came in to pitch. Smokes this one out of play, left side. Ball outside, I'm assuming. good height. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. And there's a base hit to right center. Ball was up in the zone. Get a courtesy runner, I believe. And I don't have number 9 on my list. Ansley Anderson. Okay, that's Roger's daughter. Went to school with Roger, too. Graduated with, there's 3. And she's a freshman, too, I believe. 3 freshman girls. There's 3 freshman dads I went to, graduated high school with. Roger, David, and Sean. Ball's chopped back to the pitcher. Over to first. It's going to end the inning. We're going to head to the top of the 5th. Your Lady Raiders trail 7-0, and we trail 1 game to 0 in this best of 3 series. Again, in the 5th, they're going to come up. They'll have an opportunity to tack on a couple runs. We got to hold them if we want to continue, potentially, continue this game. So we'll take a quick break. Be back in just a moment. Two to the plate for the Royals. Bowling. Lifts this one out of play. Ball's popped up in the infield. Can of corn for Faith. Comes up, makes the play. Gets a big first out in the inning. Again, trying to avoid allowing them to get to that magic number 8 on the board there. Again, the run rule is 8 after 5. A lead of 8 after 5 innings. The game will be called. Raiders just looking for some kind of little spark. If we can get 3 up, 3 down here, we're near the back, close to the top of the lineup, and who knows This ball is fisted. Oh, C&I single right over the second base. Doodle comes in and gets to it quickly. That was Keel. She was the starting pitcher in game one. Dillard's had a big game this game, a couple hits. Ball inside. Ball's popped up, I think, out of play. Ball low. Pass ball going to wild pitch. I'm not sure which of the two. Either way, runner advances. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Again, that's an important run on second base. Big swing and a miss. She pulls the string, gets the strikeout. It's a big out for the last big bat in the bottom of the lineup. Wimberly to the plate. Nice out there to end the inning and stop the threat there. It was a big out right there as the Lady Raiders will live to play another inning, at least one more. As we go to the bottom of the 5th, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in a moment. All right, Hollingsworth is going to lead off bottom of the fifth. And she does so with a base hit. Puts it in play. I tell you what. Again, freshman gaining a lot of experience. Good athlete. She got a little bit of wheels here. She might can stretch it to 2 here in just a second. All it takes is a big inning right here. Just, 3 or 4 runs. I think we probably need 3 or 4 right here. Base runner with no outs. Got a pinch hitter for Green. Foul ball. Staying alive, 0 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Bottom of the fifth. This ball's going to be popped up. Not sure if it's going to be in play. Dropped it. That'd been a Marley Holland was at bat. I don't. She's not even on my list here. They got a bunch of names scratched out and this, that, and the other, but I do not see. There it is. There it is. She can wear number 20 in red or 8 in black. I see it now. Marley Holland. Apologize for getting her name out there after the at-bat. She is a fielder's choice. Near double play by the defense. Now Santana's going to come and run. Doodles at the plate. These seniors, they got to take advantage of every moment. Each at bat could be their last. That's when you're in a best of 3 series in the state playoffs. Santana steals second. 1 out. Again, base hit will score her. Doodles had a good afternoon and evening at the plate and in the field. 1 ball, 1 strike, no, 1 out. Ball high. Popped it foul toward us. Ball high again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Got a little something going here, maybe. Maybe. Back to the top of the lineup after Doodle. Strozier. She could work this count here, get on base somehow. Swing and a miss. A good cut. It's going to be 2 outs with runner at second for Kamari, excuse me. Got under the slide, or got under the tag, I think. Coach got in my way, but she about had to because looked like the ball was going to be there first. I think she wants to ask for some help. Don't look like the ref wants to give her any. Well, there he goes. And there's no telling what we'll get from this. Trust me. Rarely. The umpire was there. He was over on that side. Rarely will they overturn something, especially when a umpire's in decent position. So we have 2 stolen bases here by Santana. And Strozier with a chance to drive her home. Good eye. Tough pitch to lay off low in the zone. Took a little off. Just a little high. It's going to be close. Santana get. And we are thrown out at home. I couldn't see the play because of where we're at. It was another close call, a close play, I would presume. But that's going to end the inning. We're going to the top of the 6th. 7-0. Be back in just a moment. Haley. Riley Haley. Girl with the two first names. Have an error at shortstop. Going to reach. Back to the top of the lineup. Again, number 12 has been a force. Base hit left field by number 12. Again, she has been misconsistent this evening, and that's why she's the leadoff. Runners at first and second, no outs. Again, we've been trying to avoid that. 8 on the board. Good play. I haven't noticed until now. Looks like we got a couple new defensive players in. Kamari Strozier has been relieved. Senior, boy, we want to thank her for her what she's meant to our softball program and what she means to our school. You're talking about an academic as well. When you think about a student athlete, she's a prime example. Got a lot of lofty goals. I think she wants to be a lawyer, and there's no doubt in my mind that she has the fortitude to make that happen or anything else she wants to do. Now, her athletic career is not over by no means. If in fact, the Lady Raiders succumb tonight to the Royals, you will be able to see her on the hard court, where I'm assuming she's going to play basketball her senior year. I don't know of any reason why she wouldn't. This ball is hammered to right field. Doodle gets underneath. She's going to tag from second to third. Ball gets past her, and there goes number 8 on the throwing error. So that's the magic number they were looking for. So at the bottom of the 6th, if we can't score, the game will be over, an inning short. Have runners at first and second again. Thank all these seniors. Runners to second and third. Annabeth Waters, Faith Thomas, Doodle Johnson, and Hope Hobbs. Ball is hammered. That might be a car down there or something. That ball's hit to left field. Great play by Riley. She fires home, toward home. Couple more runs, score. That's going to make it 10. Now we're in danger of the 12-run rule. So is 15 the magic number now? After the third inning. I got you. If it's before the third. So it don't matter if it's 8, 10, 12. Yeah, you're You're right. Again, I'm riding home with the windows down. Hey. 10-0 in the top of the sixth. So, in effect, the Raiders would have to score at least 3 runs at this point to remain to get to the 7th inning. Ball's popped up, I imagine, on our tent. Oop, through the trees. Ball was hit sharply left side again. Riley comes up ready to fire. Runners at the corner with 2 outs. Ball low in the zone. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Again, runners at the corner. Top of the 6th. Ball 4. Bleckley will likely host next week. Well, definitely they will host if they advance, which it appears they will. That's oh boy, if that's fair, what a hit. Yeah, she just poked that ball in the left field or no man's land, but either Cook or Putnam County, depends on who wins that series, a 2 or 3 seed. Cook out of Region 1 AA and Putnam out of Region 4, excuse me. And that ends the inning, 10-0 as we move to the bottom of the 6th. Lady Raiders got to score a few or our season will be over in the first round of the GHSA state playoffs. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, bottom of the sixth, 10-0, game 2. All right, who we got here? Let me get a number. Got some different Raiders in the game. Button Holton. One out. Hitter. Got a runner on base. And that's Katie Johnson. And up to bat, Riley Andrews. Ball outside. Ball hit to the third baseman. Goes to 2. Tries for the double play, but Riley beats it out. 2 outs. And this is fitting. Hobbs comes to the plate. Maybe one last at bat here for the Lady Raiders in her career. Ball is slammed in the left field. It's going to be a stand-up double. Hopes that she wasn't through. Home run. We're playing another inning. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Ball high. Runners at second and third. Ball low. Strike low in the zone. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. I want to thank Coach Gay for his efforts this year and his coaching staff. It's been tough for all these sports especially summer sports that prepare for spring or fall sports where you use the summer to prepare with the pandemic. COVID has changed a lot of policies and procedures for everybody across the state and across the country. This ball is popped to the pitcher, and that's going to be it, folks. That's going to wind up the 2020 Lady Raider softball season as we are defeated 2-0 here in the first round of the GHSA state playoff. I'm not going to take a lot of time. I already thanked the coach and staff. I want to thank these young ladies. I want to thank these young ladies for being a part of this, coming out, being student athletes. Thank the coaches for their time. I want to thank Coach Woodall for his support of Bacon County Red Raider Athletics. Thank Tracy Martin, Scott Brown, Tracy, our principal, Scott Brown, assistant principal, Clint Johnson, CTA director, for allowing us to do what we like to do, this service we provide our community. I want to thank Mr. Andy Cothran specifically for the automobile he provided to haul our equipment and us up here to Cochran, including all of our other title sponsors for the 2020-21 school year. Again, without delay, I appreciate you joining us here on the NFHS Network, powered by Play on Sports, brought to you by BCTV Red Raider Broadcasting. Again, my name is Brent Johnson. I'm the CTAE Engineering and Technology Instructor, advisor of Technology Student Association, as well as the Student Broadcasting Program, which is part of the NFHS Network. So thank you again for joining us, all you subscribers. Join us Friday night live from Lyons, Georgia, as we face the Toombs County Bulldogs.